word breed. Breed. Breed word is used for dogs, cats, and horses and all those things. And that is self-explanatory word, because breeding means horses are there. Horses come in all shapes and sizes and all. We want some characteristics. So we interbreed them. We breed them, and we want that characteristic to be highlighted. Are we breeding people? And answer is yes. We academic institutes and hospitals, among 4 or 5 students, we select somebody who is p-value type person, p-value. And that p-value type person again breeds with each other, and a lot of p-value people are created. This is called breed, academic breed. Now, another thing is it dying? How can breed die? If you select a dog, suppose Alsatian dog or Pomeranian dog or something, you breed them, Alsatian or Pomeranian dogs, and over a period of decades or centuries, the breed dies. Why it dies? Because it's unable to adapt to the changing situation. What is changing now? The academic neonatologist or academic pediatrician, which were respected much few decades back, is it he or she having less respect now? The answer is yes. And this is a time to introspect. Why to introspect? Because conferences and all, there was a time when one academic person is talking, hall will be full. Now, conferences, majority of people are standing outside on stalls and all. There is a ground reality. Why it is happening? Main thing, what we notice, this academic neonatologist, main problem is, one thing is autocratic behavior. What is autocratic behavior? One thing is, whenever the students are enrolled for any course or something, they are given thesis topic. Now, this thesis topic, is it of interest of the student? 99% no. That is the interest of the teacher. And teacher wants to prove some point, and that point topic is given to that particular student. This is sometimes happens semi-autocratic way, means the student is given choice. Bring some list of 5-6 topics of your interest. The smart student puts that topic at third. First no, second no, third. Third is good. Thank you very much. And that third topic is actually interest of the teacher. It is not about interest of the society many times. Second problem, what academic neonatologists face over a period of time is many times they are away from ground reality. For example, in India, when you are practicing neonatology, we are practicing outbound neonatology. And majority of teaching institutes are having inbound neonatology. Now, these inbound neonatology protocols are completely out of way. When they come out and start practicing neonatology outside, they actually get the rude shock. They get babies at various ages and stages, and whatever they have been taught in inborn neonatology does not apply there. Next thing, what we see is another thing. Why this academic neonatology is a dying breed is herd mentality. Herd mentality. Because sometimes we have seen over a period of decades that something comes up in neonatology, probiotics, vitamin D, cooling, and whole academic, the breed runs behind it. Once one person starts vitamin D, everybody starts vitamin D. One person says cooling, everybody starts cooling. Suddenly, rude shock comes up. Some study comes up and all. And then, whatever has been discussed in last few decades by academic neonatologists and all those things, the society stops believing in that. So this lack of credibility is the main problem. Another problem which is facing this academic neonatologists is hypocrisy. The hypocrisy starts on first day of pediatrics. Then first day of pediatrics, that student is told about Abgar score. Right, Abgar score. Abgar scores are discussed here and there. Actually, nobody counts Abgar score in his life. Abgar scores are written. Nobody is there at 1 minute, oh yeah, count, 5 minutes, count. No, nothing happens. But Abgar score, 7 by 10, 10, 8 by 10. So this hypocrisy is propagated generation after generation after generation, and that's why a time has come to introspect. And this, rather than using this word breed, we should have attitude. Everybody is having academic attitude. This academic attitude has to be promoted, and it should not be hypocritical. It should be towards ground reality, and it should be democratic. Once that changes are done, I feel academicians will regain their respect. Thank you very much.
Now, Dr. Suman Rao will talk in favor of academic neonatology.
So, good afternoon. So, Dr. Rahul Yadav took exactly 5 minutes, or even less than that. Okay. Now, this was an interesting topic. And we were not clear on, because there are two negatives, academic neonatologist, dying breed. So I think we confirmed many times whether we were speaking for or not. And again, disclaimer, no, nothing personal. But the first thing I thought was Dr. Rahul Yadav is going to give me a walkover. He didn't come on time. And that's why everything was rescheduled. And that's why I think sir didn't have much to say. The fact that is that the academic neonatologist a dying breed? How many of you all will say yes? How many of you all will say no? Raise your hands, everyone in this. So you had no choice. And I think only from respect for Uma and others, you're here to debate. So I think that's a walkover, but I still want to make a point. I looked at what is an academician. He's a member of an academy. How many of you all are members of IAP or NNF? Raise your hands. Everyone here, I think, and the ones who are not raising are just having pre-lunch hypoglycemia. Everybody is. An academician is an intellectual. How many of you all will say you're not an intellectual? I don't think any. You're trying to make a point. And we all come from an institute of distinguished scholars. And I think it's not just a dying, it's not going down. In fact, it's increasing. We are becoming a bigger breed. And I accept that because we are so much into it. Many times breeding or whatever has to happen within the hospital setup. Whether as interns, PGs, I know many of us would have got married within that circle, right? How many of you all have a spouse as a doctor? Right there, okay? So breeding still holds good here. But when we look at numbers, we are exponentially increasing. Our number of DM institutes, DNRB institutes have increased tremendously in the past decade. We have more than 110 seats just of DM and DRNB. And here you need for each seat, for each place, you need 2 to 3 faculty. So how can we say we are a dying breed? And each one of them, you heard such wonderful protocols and theses. So they are publishing good work. And this is about the DRNB, and I think Fernandez is right there, Tejo. If not DM, DRNB fellowships, we have more than 1,000 NNF fellows, more than 1,000 IAP neonatology fellows, more than 100 centers. So how can we say that we are a dying breed? You talked about empty halls. Empty halls is because there are various ways of gaining knowledge now. It need not be only sitting here. And having said that, if you look at the number of activities, when I was doing DM, there was only one NeoCORE. Now you have state NeoCOREs, you have zonal NeoCOREs, you have IAP NeoCORE, you have workshops, you have online courses, you have hybrid courses. And the empty seats is not because people are less academic. There are many choices and they can access this differently. You have, this is being live streamed. How many are online now? So maybe that is the reason. So I think academic still holds good. And NeoCORE, NeoQuest, local things which are of all of good quality. It's not limited to conference. If you look at publications, huge number, more than 7 lakhs neonatology publications. And there are publications which change practice right here in India. We had Dr. Siddharth Ramji who led this big thing against oxygen, room air resuscitation. Management of meconium stain has come from Jaipur and Delhi. HPNC started in India, which has been shown to the world. Early total dental feeding, kangaroo mother care, family participatory care, which are things which are global recommendations, have started in India. And we have pioneers. You have lucky today to have many of them here. You had Dr. Siddharth Ramji, sir, here. Did you see his H index there? 41. Wow. And then my teachers, I love this photo because 3 of my teachers are here. Gopal sir, Kumuda madam, and Swarnareka madam. And Dr. Shashivani, who even at 80 plus, is still a very strong academician. We have academicians leading India. Dr. Vinod Paul is head of Niti Aayog. Dr. Rajiv Behel is head of ICMR and making a big change. We have Dr. Ashok Derari who has changed how training happens. And we have brilliant minds like Dr. Arun Singh who got the oration last year. Many of you might sit there, or maybe Dr. Rahul might tell me, oh, you're showing me all people with gray hair. They were in the past, not today. Are you going to say that, Dr. Rahul? But I have a younger breed here, right? All of them are academicians and who are running this. There's so much of an effort to do this. And now I thought he was going to tell me that academicians or medical colleges, I heard a new word from you, inborn neonatology, outborn neonatology. I've never had that differentiation as a subject. I thought you're going to raise that and say, very difficult to do academics and private practice. How many of you all believe it? You think it's very difficult to do private practice and academics? Yes? Show of hands, how many of you all think academics can happen in private practice? Okay, very good. Excellent. And I have strong medical college people who are raising their hand. And therefore, I'm going to have a quiz for you because I have 4 big names who are in private practice. And since Dr. Rahul has already said, this debate, I don't believe in it, you can take the quiz. Let's see. Can you all recognize this person? 30 H index, many citations, not one with many gray hair, pure private since his DM neonatology. Tejo? Okay, I'm going to give one word which I think will clinch the answer. Louder. Srinivas Murki has been in private practice and doing so well. Now another one somewhere near closer. So that was Srinivas Murki, and these are taken from Research Gate. Another one, much younger, but already with the H index of 17. And every other day on WhatsApp, we get this publication, that publication. I stopped saying congrats because I got tired. Veera, absolutely right. I would say the new king of NeoCORE, meta-analysis, and so on. Now let's get closer home. You say women can't do it, right? Women have home, this. How can they do all this? Maybe men in private practice can do it. So I have some here. That was Veera's, though you can't recognize him in that photo. So we have another person here with an H index of 16 already. Before anything, I'm hearing the answer, okay? Who has done a PhD after DM? Hats off to her. You're right. She's in, I thought you'll need some clues, but I heard it all along. So Abhirami, who's done so well and so humble, hats off to her for doing so well. Okay, she's again in pure private sector. And lastly, I couldn't really find, or I don't think she is even bothered to go on ResearchGate. So can you guess who this is? DM from AIMS, many articles, quite a queen in research methodology. Her lectures are so clear. Quality improvement, any guesses? Sindhu, ma'am, absolutely. So I have given you great examples, all from South India, who are what? Academic neonatologists, no doubt about it. And now I'm showing you the one who is trying to debate against me. Rainbow is corporate culture. Rainbow is private. There's no doubt about it, right? But they have more than 50 publications. So you have academic neonatologists in the private and doing very well. So any doubts? So I think you can take a vote. I think all of them will say that yes, academic neonatologists is not a dying breed. Our tribe is increasing. But having said that, I want to take this opportunity to talk about the word dying. It's not easy. It's not easy to combine academics, research, and neonatology. And I wish I could say that this dying should be a real no. NICU is a stressful condition. Do you all believe it? Very stressful. I did burnout questionnaires to my people First time, I was shocked. Suicidal tendencies among my staff and doctors. So we did interventions to decrease it. Took the question after 6 months, no change. Then I contacted psychologists and said, this is what we are doing. What can we do? She suggested some things. We did that. We took the questionnaire again, no change. Burnout was still very high. Moral distress is still very high. And then I stopped doing those questionnaires, frankly. So I think it's important for us to understand that we are in a stressful situation. Research and academics also added stress. And many of us are, I would say, like overachievers. My daughter is exactly opposite. She's very happy not doing anything and getting 85%. Why do more? Maybe that's the way to go. That's happiness. So I think what we really need is research time. How many of y'all, even in medical colleges, can say that you have dedicated research time? Nishad, do you have it? No. Adi is on the same. Uma, do you have dedicated research time? We don't. I don't. And therefore, we are trying to squeeze in a lot. We need to have our teams, we need to build them, but they are being pulled. We have families. All of us are also true nurturers, right? But we need to make time. And how many of you all take your work home, your research work home? Right? You're waiting for your kid to sleep and then do it, start early. And how many of you all are worried about deadlines? Oh, I need to do it. And that causes a lot of stress. So I think we need to take it cool. We need to understand this. We need to have other things which balances. I think many of us in this will frown upon the current world's work-life balance. That's the thing that you hear from youngsters and IT and all. We said, oh, what work? For us, work is worship. That is life. But maybe we need to do something else. Find a hobby, like Mangala and Nishad's photography. I'm sure that gives you a good balance. Adi's humor. So those are things that we need to look at. Please understand your limitations. There is a fine line being a good achiever and then tipping over. And sometimes you don't even realize it. And that's the thing that I would like to say. When we are academic neonatologists, the current word is physician scientist. So Dr. Rajiv Bell is out there to make more physician scientists. Learn to say no. Learn to accept your limitations. And very, very importantly, learn to seek help when you're feeling down. Whether it's academics, whether it's neonatology, it's not worth more than your well-being, your family's well-being. There can be another doctor to take care of the babies, but not another mother, not another father. Thank you very much. So I just had a poem at the end. I thought you were going to debate more with me, so I had a poem for you. Neonatologist, a loving teacher, a breastfeeding preacher, always a true academician, saving tiny lives is your mission. NICU doc, you rock. Thank you.
I think the debate was mainly one-sided. Rahul did not come in time. So I thought he does not want to debate at all. This idea of academic and non-academic, of course, is a relative, as Madam has already said, whether in the private practice or whether in the medical college. This idea of academic and non-academic may not be completely suited to our Indian situation. Many of you who are not in the medical college doing a lot of academic work, as you rightly put it. And many of them in the medical college may not do academic work also. So both may be there. It is more of individual. But definitely, a person in a medical college is more obliged to do academic work. This idea mainly come from the Western, like USA, where the type of practice is entirely different than what we see here. There, more women go for neonatology practice. More people who are already burdened at home are doing neonatology practice. They are given less money and made to work more. So I think that is a major issue. And most of you might have read or you can read in Perinatalology, one article appeared 2023, the same title. And they discussed about how this problem is creeping up. So it is difficult to attract people to academic neonatology. Even in a medical college, the neonatologist works more but gets lesser pay. There is no time given for research. There is no separate time given for other activities. Administrative, research, academics, all have to go together. There is no other way we can do. And yeah, we will give a chance for them to reply. I'm just telling my impression. So basically, this idea comes from the West, although it is applicable to India to some extent. Maybe in few years we may change. And if you want to rebut also, yes. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Here, actually, I want to again specify. My friend Suman is still confusing between academic neonatologist and publisher. Paper publisher is different breed. It's a subset of that breed. Publisher. They keep on publishing. In fact, suddenly I asked them what enumerate the publication you are done. They can remember only 5 to 6. They themselves. And usually all the publications are centered around only one topic. So publishers are different, academic neonatologists are different. Academic neonatologist means what exactly? I would like to clarify. He is the person who's trying to find the truth. And finding truth, there are many ways. This RCTs and p-value is only one way. We should not focus on those who don't publish, don't call them non-academicians. For example, classic example is me, myself. Way back when I was in DM, at that time, I studied the methodology and statistics and all. And on that day, I went through so many. That day I decided I will die with 0 publications. And I have not published anything in my life. And I will not publish also anything in my life. Because of that, I keep my mind open. Once you publish something, you fall in love with that concept. And the concept becomes outdated, still you keep on falling in love with that concept. So that is not an academic neonatologist. It is a publication obsessed neonatologist. So second thing I would like to say is this one quite easy to say, private practice, government practice and all those things. Actually, understood from my colleagues who were practicing in district places in 1999, much before this p-value and all those things came. Because it was common sense. Indomethacin was not available. And this is NSAID, this was a similar drug. And we started in 2000. At that time, when I came to Chennai, I didn't know that I was doing extraordinary. At that time, a questioner was asked, "Oh, Rahul, you're using paracetamol for PDA?" Yes, that question was asked because it was not in this publication thing. And now paracetamol is becoming established. So don't equate publication with academician. Academician is a wider concept, pure concept, and intelligent concept, not intellectual concept. Thank you.
I think each one can look at in their own way, but they cannot see, not publishing does not give any credit. My teacher used to say, if a person does well in this class, you say he's a monkpot. The fellow who cannot read, he will say the other fellow is a monkpot. But of course, the quality is important. Many times we may publish. Quality is equally important. Their discussion, as you can understand, is like a ruling and opposition party in the parliament have an understanding. The opposition fellow says, I will raise the question, but I will not interfere. You talk whatever you want. So our debate is something like that. Basically, academic neonatology, whether you are in private practice, public private, it cannot go because whatever way you work, still you need to train people. You may not train medical students, you may train nurses, you may train other people. You have to improve the quality. So it cannot be avoided. So they can never die. The academic profession not end. It only can grow, as Madam has said, but there may be some limitation, as Dr. Rahul Yadav said. I think we will give award to Madam because she talked more, and Rahul will agree with me that he himself is an academician, come practitioner, although he says he has not published. Publication is not a criteria.
Sir. The fact that Dr. Rahul is here, albeit late, is because he's an academician. Otherwise, he wouldn't have come here, whether he publishes or not.
So just wanted to tell about how this topic, genesis of the topic as such. So we were kind of enlisting all the topics for NeoCORE. So it was from all the three teams, from JIPMER, CMC, and ourselves. And Binu sir was involved in, as a scientific lead in kind of putting all the topics in. So we did have like quite a lot of topics. So in that, like many kind of they do DM and then they start asking like whether to join a medical college hospital or should I do a private, private hospitals. So definitely there are like a lot of positives plus minus here, but there are like many factors which are quite attractive in a private, especially if they have completed. So I didn't want to tell. Of course, yes. So they kind of tend to skew towards that. So how to balance? Are we kind of really telling that we have like a lot of DM institutes, but in a way, I think at the end of the day, all of us are working to improvise the neonatal care. So whether we are in an academic institute or non-academic institute, so out of lot of topics, this topic got selected, without any debate from all the three teams. Nishad can share his thoughts if you want to, Dr. Manish sir, Binu sir. Thank Dishu.
I never understood so much thought has gone into this debate. I thought that it was academic neonatologists, whether they are hair dyeing or not.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll hand over the mic to Vishnu. Yes. Yeah.
There's one topic it's close to my heart also, that when students come and say why you are doing this, you can be well practiced and happily and other things. So the teachers who taught us, some of the teachers who taught us is that once you are doing some extra additional course, you are privileged basically. So once you are privileged, it's your duty to give it back to the society. So one way of doing is that doing the more number of cases and then impacting the community nearby and other things. But academics and research as the way, and training, academics includes the training, is a way that we can impact larger community, either at the local place or at the same time. The last slide which that Suman was showing, that you should have all these 8, is the major problem for many of us, and then we are not able to do all those 8 correctly. That's a major issue. So even when I was doing my MD thesis, I never thought that I will publish one article at any time. But after going to some institute, and then we think that there is a lot of pleasure in doing that, and then you can try to impact more lives and other things. So being in a private sector also, I never thought that I will lead one collaboration. Now I have 8 collaborations, but again, one of the parts that will go off is the family time, basically. So we need to see how best we can try to impact, and then we should also, I'm trying to see that my team will build more, and I will be just guiding them. That's what I can do it. That's the only thing I just wanted to say.
Yeah, feeling hungry also. So basic need, whether you're in an academic medical college or some other place, it does not make much difference, provided you continue to do some academic work along with your routine work. So both are equally important, and many times we go to one field or other depending upon the opportunity what we have and depending upon our circumstances at home. So those who want to fix the hours of work, probably they should go for academic. Those who are willing to work longer hours, maybe the non-academic. Because once in a practice, whether midnight or early morning, you can't say, no, you may have to go. Not that in the academic field, we don't do that. But in a real emergency, whereas in a practice, maybe it is the importance of the person rather than the emergency real. So both are important. Young people, don't worry whether you are in practice or college, does not matter. We conclude, yeah, you want to have.
Yeah. So when I was thinking of the topic, I wanted one topic which is going to be memorable, which everybody will take away after this conference. And second, I wanted Rahul to speak somewhere because at least I know it will be funny. So, and then I had to think of who is going to be equally good at competing with them, and that was Suman. So I think the takeaway is good. You give a topic like this, people take it back well. But the fact remains that there is a lot of questions that the DM students who come out ask. Should I join a medical college? And most medical colleges are not gymnasts, where there is no patience. And they're just joining a medical college for the sake of medical college. And the second, they need money. See, publication doesn't pay bills. So you have to have money. So eventually you will land up with people with the confused DMs who are coming up, who are not able to make ends meet, or rather their expectations is higher, and they're saying, what did I do this DM for? So that is what I thought is a good topic. And naturally, the best two people we could get on the team to debate. But thank you very much for doing it.
I think we can conclude the session and have a good lunch so that you will get ready for the next half an hour.
Thank you, sir. We'll have a quick group photo. Please wait for something. Before that, I request Dr. Vishnu.